Adapted from The Tale of Bygone Years, compiled circa 1113 AD near Kyiv, Ukraine. These are the narratives of bygone years regarding the origin of the land of Kyievska Rus, the first princes of Kyiv, and from what source the land of Kyievska Rus had its beginning. There once were 3 brothers, all leaders of a powerful tribe called the Polvyane in the eastern Slavic lands. One brother was named Kyi, one was Shchek, and one was Horiv, and their sister was named Lebid. Kyi made his home on a great hill by a steep mountain descent known as the Boroshiv Trail. The trail is still there. It's called Andrew's Descent now. It's still steep, but less so, and lined with cobblestones, and it connects Old Kyiv to the lower city. The brother Shchek made a home on the hill called Shchekovitsia, which is known now as Mount Shchekovitsia. It's a beautiful green lookout point. You can see for miles from there across the old city, across the Dnipro River. The brother Horiv settled on the hill that came to be called Horovitsia. It's still there and still known as Horovitsia today. There was also a river, a tributary of the Dnipro, which took the name of the sister, Lebid. It's still there, but is only a small stream today. It runs mostly underground. Together, the siblings built a mighty town connecting these lands and named it for the eldest brother, Kyiv. This is how the city of Kyiv was born. Around the town lay a wood, a great pine forest in which they used to catch all manner of wild beasts, about which there are stories to this day. You may even hear some of these tonight. The story of Kyiv is the story of a family. The family was wise and the family was prudent. There are those descended from them living in Kyiv to this day.
Some people pronounce the city Kiev. This is incorrect. This is the Russian way. Let's practice. Kyiv.
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 That's good.
In a small village lived a very poor family. There were 2 sons who were old enough to be out on their own, although they worked very hard. They were unable to get ahead enough to move out and start their own families. One morning, the father said,
Times are getting harder than ever, and we don't have enough food for all of us. One of you boys will have to find work elsewhere, or you will never earn enough money to build your own house.
Well, the older son offered to go, and taking a loaf of bread, he said goodbye and headed off down the road. He stopped at every farm along the way.
Hi, I'm looking for work. Do you have anything I could do?
I'm sorry, we can't hire you.
Do you have any work I could do?
Sure we do, but we can't pay you.
Oh. Hi, I'm looking for
We're
work.
starving.
Nobody could afford to hire help, and he was simply unable to find work. The lad kept walking until he was sure he had reached the end of the earth. He sat on a hill, ate the last of his bread, and looked at the sea below. Completely discouraged, he began to cry. An old man with a white beard came by.
Why are you so sad, young man?
I cannot find work. Without work, I can never earn enough money to help my family or start a family of my own.
Go to the edge of the water. On the shore, you will find a large bird who will help you.
The lad went to the seashore where he found a huge bird sitting on the sand.
Hello. An old man said that you could help me make some money?
Indeed, I will help you. Blindfold yourself with your kerchief and sit on my back. I'll do the rest.
The bird rose into the air and flew across the ocean to an island where they landed. The island was bare except for rocks and sand. Looking about, the lad saw that among the rocks there were precious jewels and flakes of gold.
May I have some of these things?
Yes, that is why I brought you to this place.
The lad put some jewels in his shirt pocket and some gold in his pants pocket. After a while,
Are you ready to go? Have you found enough?
the lad picked up one more square gemstone.
I will make a little hole in this stone and put a string through it so that my mother can wear it. Yes, I have enough now. Let's go.
Once more, the lad blindfolded himself and climbed onto the back of the bird. Away they flew, back across the water to the hill by the seashore.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
The young man ran swiftly home. There, everyone was pleased with his success, and he placed the necklace he made on his mother's neck.
But now you have enough money to begin your own family.
The younger son, quite anxious to do what his brother had done, the next day ran off down the road with a loaf of bread under his arm. He didn't stop at any of the farms along the road, nor at any of the villages. He ran on and on until he reached the seashore, where he found the large bird.
Hey, bird! Yes. Could you help me find some jewels and gold? Blindfold yourself, climb on my back.
Well, the bird rose into the air and soared across the sea to the island. The boy jumped off and began stuffing his pockets with jewels and gold. As he searched for the jewels, he kept finding more and more that were better than the first ones he'd found. He tossed aside some of the ones that were not as perfect, but he kept all of his pockets full. The more he searched, the better the jewels seemed to be. He took the laces from his boots and tied his pants legs shut and then filled his pants legs with gold and gems. The bird, after some time, came to the boy and asked,
Are you ready to go? Not quite. I've not even seen the other side of the island yet.
and off he ran.
We must go soon. The day is getting on, and I cannot fly well in the heat of the sun. Just a few minutes more. If we don't leave soon, we will never be able to get away from the island.
The boy blindfolded himself and he climbed aboard, but he was too heavy, and the bird could not rise into the air. The boy took out some of the smaller gemstones out of his pockets and he threw them away, but he was still too heavy for the bird. The bird went down to the ocean and tried to cool off by flapping his wings in the water. The boy removed his clothes and he wet them in the water to cool off. Then the boy sat on the bird, who tried to take off again, but still the boy was too heavy. He made the boy throw away precious stone after stone until finally he was able to rise slowly into the air. He flew with much difficulty to the shore, where they landed, exhausted. And there was no treasure left. The boy slowly straggled his way home, and when he got there, he didn't even go to the house. He went right back to the fields and began working. That evening, as he was washing up for supper, he found one single bit of gold under his fingernail. He left that flake of gold under his nail, just as a reminder of his greed.
Ніхто так не літає, як пташечка вгорі. Ніхто так не страждає, як милий на війні. Ніхто так не страждає, як милий на війні. Гармати заряджає, не вспомнит обо мне. Гармати заряджає, з гармати гром гримить. Прийшла звістка й печальна, що милий мой убит.
Little Fox was walking down the road as hungry as can be when she spied a pan of poppy seed buns cooling on a windowsill. She thought to herself,
Ah, fresh from the oven.
and she grabbed one and ran. Once she was far from the scene of the crime, Little Fox opened the bun and ate the insides, leaving only the crusts. Then she filled the bun with straw, pieced it back together, and began walking down the road again. By and by, she passed a herd of cows being driven to water by two young boys. Hello to you, Mr. Fox!
Look at my beautiful poppy seed bun. Wouldn't you like to have it? I bet you lads are hungry. Of course.
But what do we have to do to get the bun?
Oh, I would take that little calf off your hands in a tray.
Oh, I don't know.
These buns are really good. I ate one myself just a few minutes ago and it melted in my mouth.
Okay. And he went to fetch the calf. When he returned with it, Little Fox handed him the bun gingerly.
Be sure to say your prayers before eating. This is truly a bun to give thanks for.
Then she took the calf and hurried away while the boys closed their eyes to pray. By the time they had finished their prayers, Little Fox had disappeared into the woods. And when they bit into the bun and realized it was filled with straw, there was nothing they could do but curse themselves. Ah! In the meantime, Little Fox felled a tree, split the wood, and built herself a small sleigh. She harnessed the calf to the sleigh, hopped on, and went driving through the forest. Oh, Little Fox was very proud of herself and held up her chin and smiled as she drove along. By and by, who should appear but Brother Wolf? He came loping toward the sleigh.
Hello there.
Hello there! What a fine sleigh! Wherever did you find that?
Find it? Why, I made it myself.
Well. What about that calf? Don't tell me you made that too.
I earned the calf, Wolfie. This is the kind of reward you can receive if you're willing to work for it.
Oh, yeah. I see. Well, can I ride with you for a bit? I really could use a lift.
Oh no, this sleigh is only built for one. If you get on, it'll break.
Oh, don't be silly, little fox. You worry too much. It will make you feel better. I will put just one paw on the sleigh. Please, please, please. See? Your sleigh is fine.
Little Fox didn't say a word, but she whipped the calf, and off they went.
I think I'm gonna put up another paw.
No, you'll break the sleigh.
No, I won't. I'll be careful. Just let me try it.
Oh, all right.
The fox and the wolf rode along. Suddenly,
There goes my sleigh.
No. That's just my bones creaking. And I'm very tired.
so the two rode on.
Perhaps I'll put my third paw up.
No. I told you this sleigh is only built for one.
But again, the wolf banged, and little fox eventually gave in. Along they went. And then,
Oh no, my sleigh is really breaking.
No, I told you, you worry too much. I was just cracking a nut.
Well, then how about cracking one for me?
Well, I would, but that was my last one.
so the two rode on for a bit.
I think I'm gonna put my fourth paw.
Oh, no, you don't. You'll surely break my sleigh.
Let me try it for 1 minute. I promise I'll be careful.
The wolf pleaded and begged until the fox gave in. As soon as the wolf put his fourth paw up, though, the sleigh groaned and buckled and fell to pieces.
Oh, look what you've done to my beautiful sleigh. Oh, I told you not to get on, and now it's ruined.
Oh, Brother Wolf hung his head while the fox shouted and screamed and scolded. Finally, the fox threw her paws in the air and said,
I guess you'll just have to build me a new one. That's all there is to it.
But Foxy, friend, I don't know how to build a sleigh. I'm just a poor, uneducated wolf.
Nonsense. I'll tell you what to do.
Then the fox led the wolf to a tall stand of trees.
All you do is yell, fall down trees, crooked and straight. You do that till you have enough lumber to build a sleigh. Get it?
Think so.
So the fox tied her calf to a bush and went to find some water while the wolf felled trees.
Fall down trees, crooked and... crooked.
A big tree crashed to the ground.
Ah, fall down trees, crooked and crooked. Fall down
trees fell.
Crooked and crooked. Fall down trees, crooked and crooked.
Soon the ground was covered with trees. But they were all crooked and not suitable for sleigh building.
Oh.
When Little Fox returned, she was shocked.
Oh, what have you done now, you big oaf?
I did just what you told me. Fall down trees, crooked and crooked.
Oh, you nincompoop. You're supposed to say fall down trees, crooked and straight.
Oh, the wolf hung his head in shame.
You'd better try again. I'm going to try to find some dinner. When I get back, that wood had better be ready.
Fall down trees, crooked and straight.
This time the wolf got it right.
Fall down trees, crooked and straight. Fall down trees, crooked and straight. Fall down trees, crooked and straight.
As soon as there was enough wood for the sleigh, he stacked it into a pile and he sat down.
Woo! Chopping wood is hard work. And now I'm hungry.
Oh, Brother Wolf looked around to see if Little Fox was coming, but she was nowhere in sight. Then he glanced around to see if there was anything to nibble on. His gaze fell on the calf. He knew it wasn't right, but hadn't Little Fox been cruel to him? The wolf went over to the calf, tore a hole in its side, and ate all the meat. Then he stuffed the hide with sparrows, sealed the hole with straw, propped the calf against the bush, and he ran off. By and by, Little Fox returned. She hadn't found any dinner, but she was glad to see all the wood. Quickly, she built herself a new sleigh and tied the calf's rope to it. Then she sat on the sleigh.
Giddy up! Giddy up! Giddy up!
Little Fox got out of the sleigh and marched up to the calf, ready to give it a licking. But as she approached, she noticed a little tuft of straw sticking out of the calf's side. Little Fox tugged on the straw, and out flew the birds, and what was left of the calf toppled over. Now Little Fox was really mad. She knew exactly what had happened and vowed to get even with Brother Wolf. Meanwhile, she was hungrier than ever. So she set off down the road in search of some food. It was not long before she ran into some chumake, or cart drivers, driving a wagon filled with fish. Quickly, she ran ahead of them and lay down in the road, pretending she was dead.
Well, 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 what have we here? A dead fox.
He gave the fox a little nudge with his foot, but she didn't move.
I think this pelt will make some fine fur caps for my children.
He threw the fox onto the wagon and he drove on. As soon as Little Fox knew the chumake weren't looking, she grabbed a fish and tossed it out of to the side of the road. Then she grabbed another and did the same thing. She kept doing this until she had thrown about a half dozen fish off the cart, and then she jumped out too. She gathered up all the fish and began feasting on them, for she was famished. As she was eating, who should come walking up?
Hello there.
Hello to you, too.
What are you doing, little fox?
What's it look like? I'm eating fish.
Now, they certainly look tasty.
They are tasty, Wolfie, but don't think I'll give one to you. I know what happens when I share my things with Brother Wolf.
Well, won't you at least tell me how to catch my own fish? Now?
Oh, all right.
All right.
See that river? All frozen over with ice? What you need to do is go over there and cut a hole in the ice. Then stick your tail down the hole and swish it about in the water and yell, "Bite, fish, bite, big and small." Keep yelling that over and over until you get all the fish you need.
Brother Wolf quickly ran off after thanking the fox. He chopped a hole in the ice just as Little Fox has told him, then stuck his tail into the water and swung it back and forth.
Bite, fish, bite. Big and big only.
Freeze, wolf tail, freeze.
Did you say something, little fox?
I was just saying, bite, fish, bite, big and small.
Oh, thanks for your help, friend. My tail is getting very heavy now, and I can hardly move it.
Oh, then you must pull it out.
Of course, when the wolf tried to pull his tail out of the river, it was frozen fast.
Wolf! Come help me, little fox.
The little fox ran up, and together they pulled and pulled and pulled until Brother Wolf's tail was pulled off.
Oh, no. What happened? Why did that happen?
What were you saying?
I said bite, fish, bite. Big and big only.
Well, no wonder. That's why your tail was so
I
heavy.
look like a fool without a tail. What do I do?
I know. I'll go to the village and see if I can find some brandy and a bandage.
She went scurrying off, leaving the wolf behind. When the fox had reached the village, she sneaked into one of the houses where some bread dough had been left to rise. She ate several handfuls and then took some more and smeared it on her head. Then she returned to the wolf. Brother Wolf was still lying by the side of the river.
What happened? Did you bring the brandy and the bandages?
No, the villagers saw me and they beat me so hard they cracked my skull. Now I'm losing my brains.
What? That looks awful.
Oh, if you think it looks awful, you should know how it feels. I think you're going to have to carry me home.
I've been wounded myself.
Well, Brother Wolf stood up and he hobbled over. Little Fox climbed on his back and they started for home. As they went along, Little Fox stretched out and smiled. Oh, this was a fine way to travel. Finally, the wolf was paying for his bad behavior.
The loser carries the winner.
What was that, little fox?
Oh, I was just saying the loser carries the loser.
Oh, yeah.
On and on they went until they came to the fox's den. Then Little Fox jumped down.
The loser carried the winner home.
Brother Wolf's eyes bulged out and his fur stood on end. He turned to pounce on the fox, but she was too fast. Into her den she flew, quick as a wink, leaving the wolf snapping and growling at the door.
The loser carried the winner because he's such a sinner.
Well, the wolf stood there for a while, but soon realized that he was only making a fool of himself, so he left, cursing and muttering that he would never, ever trust Little Fox again. And after that, why, Brother Wolf and Little Fox had many more adventures together because that's how wolves and foxes are.
Vedi is a warm, breezy island far away across the sea where the souls of the dead and the unborn live. For as you know, birth is the twin sister of death, and there is no future without the existence of a past. So the future living and the already dead abide together on this island in the sea. Imagine their conversations. Vedi is where all the birds go when they fly away for the winter, in case you were wondering where they get off to. And in the center of the island grows the tree of life, the heart core of our world. The tree of life is always blooming. The flowers are all different shapes, kinds, sizes, like us. And the birds settle in its branches and sing to each other all the wild and dissonant songs they have gathered from their travels. Some so full of shattering joy you have to bite your lip. Some so full of ancient sorrow you have to hold your breath. The tree of life has branches reaching into the heavens, a trunk planted in our earth, and roots reaching into the underworld. It binds these three worlds together in an indelible trinity under the eternal and bright sun god who hovers above it. The tree grows on a massive stone, a sort of natural altar. And some say the names of every dead soldier are etched on it. An eternal fire burns on the rock under the tree, and green shoots and rivers flow from under the stone through the land of Vedi. The cuckoo holds the keys to Vedi. She is the first to fly there in the winter, where she opens the old creaking gates. And as the spring begins, she is the last to depart, locking it as she leaves. The dead and the future living wave goodbye to her as she flies away. The smell of spring in the air, the sound of keys jingling on the wind.
Oh, did you know that the cuckoo can tell you how long you have to live? Yes. You go to the cuckoo and you ask. Зозуля, Зозуля, скільки років мені лишилося жити? Зозуля, Зозуля, скільки років мені лишилося жити? Зозуля, Зозуля, скільки років мені лишилося жити? And she says,
Cuckoo. 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 Cuckoo.
ой, сиве вечір, добрим людям на здоров'я. А в тім саду 3 тереми, щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, добрим людям на здоров'я. А в першому ясен місяць, щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, добрим людям на здоров'я. А в другому красне сонце, щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, добрим людям на здоров'я. А в третьому дрібні зірки, щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, добрим людям на здоров'я.
Once, when the lark was king and the shrew mouse was his queen, the world was a place of perfect peace. For many years, they and all the creatures of the earth lived in harmony, without war, crime, or hatred. Once a year, the couple decided to plant a field of wheat. They sowed the seeds together, and throughout the summer, they tended the crop, watering, weeding, and protecting it from pests. The wheat flourished, and at the end of the season, they harvested a huge pile of grain for their storehouse. They divided the harvest carefully, grain by grain.
One for you, dear.
One for you, honey. Until only one tiny green grain of wheat was left. That's when the trouble began. I think that's mine, honey.
No, dear, that's mine.
I said it's mine.
No, it's mine.
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 Mine!
Mine, mine,
They
mine!
argued all day, for there was no higher authority to settle the dispute. Finally, the mouse shrugged her tiny shoulders. I'll bite the grain in two, and we'll each have half. But as soon as the mouse seized the grain, she swallowed it whole. The tiny lark was furious. He strutted back and forth on a tree branch, feathers ruffled, and shouted for all the world to hear.
This means war!
He gathered all the birds of the heavies to be his troops, and the shrew mouse, not to be outdone, assembled all the beasts of the earth. They began to train as they prepared for a battle.
2, 3, 4, 2,
The birds seemed to have the advantage. They could attack from above. And when the earthbound animals tried to fight back, the birds simply flew into the trees. And animals grew discouraged after many defeats, but their haughty queen refused to give up. One night, as she inspected her troops, the mouse noticed the ants were missing. Not a single ant? This is unacceptable! She summoned them all for duty, fuming and pacing as they lined up. She thought hard, and then, her eyes gleaming with glee, she gave them instructions. After the sun sets and the birds are asleep, climb the trees and gnaw all the feathers from their wings. Tomorrow, when they try to fly, they will have a big surprise. The ants did as they were told. They waited for dark, then marched quietly to the trees and began to chew. Right on, they were done and hurried back to camp. Up! Up, beasts! Up, soldiers! It's time to fight again, and this time we will win. Animals prepared for battle. When the lark saw them, he ordered his troops to attack.
Charge!
The birds rose from the trees, but without their feathers, their wings couldn't carry them. They tumbled to the ground, helpless. The beast pounced on them and tore them to pieces.
This is what This is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like when. This is what it sounds like when. This is what it sounds like when they. 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 This is what it sounds like when they are. This is what it sounds like when they are all away fighting, away fighting, away fighting. We're still here.
All the birds perished in battle. All except for one eagle, who, seeing what was happening to the other birds, stayed in his perch. As the eagle pondered his fate, a young koza named Boldan appeared, out for a hunt. He had had no luck, but then he saw the eagle.
Ah, it appears my luck has changed.
Please, don't shoot me. I can be of service to you.
I must be imagining things.
Don't shoot me. Take me home and feed me. I will repay your kindness. Stop! Do not kill me. Take me with you. You will see how much I can help you.
This is no ordinary bird.
Boldan gently lifted the eagle and carried him home. Once they arrived,
I will need meat to regain my strength.
I have 2 cows and 1 steer. I will slaughter one of the cows.
for a year, Boldan fed the eagle, who slowly grew stronger.
Your feathers have grown back.
Yes. Set me free.
Boldan released him, and the eagle soared into the air before returning after a time.
I'm still weak. I need more meat.
I guess I could slaughter my other cow. Okay,
The Kozak slaughtered his second cow and fed the eagle. A year passed, and again the eagle was released, this time flying faster and higher for an entire day before returning.
I'm still not strong enough. Kill the steer. Feed it to me.
I have already sacrificed 2 cows. I am not a rich man. But what good is a steer without the cows anyway?
And so he slaughtered it and continued to feed the eagle. By the end of the 3rd year, the eagle was more powerful than ever. His eyes shone fiercely, his feathers glistened, and his wings made the leaves tremble.
Set me free!
Boldan obeyed. The eagle flew to the clouds, soaring over rivers and mountains before returning to the man.
Now, jump on my back.
No, I can't do
Jump on my back!
The Kozak finally mounted the bird. Eagle took him into the heavens for the ride of his life. But just as he was enjoying it, the eagle dropped him. Bodan, certain he would die, said his prayers as he tumbled through the air. Just before he hit the ground, the eagle swooped under him and pulled him back up.
How did that feel?
It felt as if all the life had drained out of me.
That is how I felt when you first raised your bow and took aim at me.
The eagle flew high again and dropped him a second time and caught him just before he hit.
How did that feel?
It felt as if all my bones had turned to sand.
And that is how I felt when you raised your bow the second time.
This time, the eagle flew so high the earth was tiny beneath them, and he dropped him a third time. This time, as he fell, Bodan's heart almost stopped. The eagle caught him just before he hit the ground, and it flew him back up.
How did that feel?
It felt as if I was no longer of this world.
Yes. And that is how I felt when you raised your bow against me for the third time. But now we are even, and all is forgiven. Hop on my back, and I will take you to the land where I was born.
Пливе кача по тисині. Ой, пливе кача по тисині.
Мамко моя, не лий мені. Мамко моя, не лий мені.
Залаєш ми в злу годину. Ой, залаєш ми в злу годину.
Сам не знаю, де погину. Сам не знаю, де погину.
When they reached the eagle's homeland, they stopped at his uncle's house. As Bodan dismounted, the eagle told him,
Go knock on their door, and if they ask if you've seen their nephew, tell them you can bring him to them, but only if they give you the magic egg.
Bodan, now used to obeying the eagle, went to the door.
Are you here of your own free will or by the will of another?
A true Cossack never goes anywhere but of his own free will.
Привіт.
Привit.
Have you seen our nephew? He left for the war 3 years ago.
I'll bring him before your eyes if you give me the magic egg.
No, we can't do that. It's better we never see him again. And he slammed the door. Bodan went back to the eagle.
Let's fly farther then.
They flew to the house of the eagle's brother. Are you here of your own free will or of the will of another?
A true Cossack never goes anywhere but of his own free will.
Listen, have you seen my brother who went to the war 3 years ago?
If you give me the magic egg, I will bring him before your eyes.
No, we cannot. It would be better never to see him again. And the door was slammed once more.
Let's fly farther then.
They flew on to the house of the eagle's father.
Are you here of your own free will or by the will of another?
A true Cossack never goes anywhere but of his own free will.
The door opened to reveal the eagle's father, who was as strong and as beautiful as his son, but older and wiser.
Have you seen our poor son?
I'll bring him before your eyes if you give me the magic egg.
The magic egg? The lucky penny would suit you better.
And he pulled out sacks of gold to give Bodan.
How about the lucky penny? That looks pretty good. Only the magic egg will do.
So be it. Bring our son back, and you shall have the magic egg.
Bodan ran back to the eagle, and together they approached the house. Overjoyed, the parents gave Bodan the magic egg.
Now, you
As he prepared to leave,
take care. Take care that that egg does not break. And when you reach home, build a high fence around it lest you lose everything.
Bodan agreed and set out. He walked all day under the hot sun, growing thirsty. He hurried to a spring to drink, but as he bent down, the magic egg slipped from his pocket and shattered. From it sprang herds of cattle, sheep, and pigs, and stampeded in every direction. Bodan ran after them, but as soon as he gathered the cattle, the sheep would scatter. And as soon as he herded the sheep together, the cattle would go every which way. Suddenly, a scaly she-dragon with beady eyes slithered up to him.
What will you give me if I get the animals back in the egg?
What do you want?
I want whatever is new at your house.
Since he was not a rich man and couldn't think of anything new that he owned, he agreed. The dragon waved her tail, breathed fire and smoke, then magically herded She packed the shell so cleverly, it looked unbroken. Bodan put the egg in his pocket and returned home. As he entered, his heart sank. His wife sat rocking a newborn child. He realized with agony that he had promised his son to the she-dragon. His wife looked up. "This is our son, Taras. Why do you look so sad?" Bodan told her everything, and together they wept bitterly.
Котику сіренький, котику біленький, котку волохатий, не ходи по хаті. Люлі, люлі, не ходи по хаті. Люлі, люлі, не бути дитяти.
Realizing they couldn't change their fate, Bodan and his wife went on with their lives. They built a fence around the magic egg, broke it open, and released the herds. They worked hard. The herds multiplied and their family prospered. Little Taras grew up to be a fine, strong young man. When he came of age, his father told him of the promise to the she-dragon. The brave Taras took it in stride.
Don't worry, I'll go. I'll be all right.
When Taras reached the she-dragon's house, he found her pacing impatiently.
Well, there you are. It took you long enough to get here. Well, you work for me now. But don't worry. You can earn your freedom if you complete 3 simple tasks.
Name 'em.
First, clear that forest, plow the field, plant it with wheat, reap the wheat, store it, thresh it, mill it, and bake me a tasty bun. And I want that bun at my bedside table when I awaken tomorrow morning.
Taras walked to a stone pillar at the edge of the woods. The task was impossible. He sat down and wept, and his tears soaked the soil. "Why are you crying?" It was Olena, the she-dragon's daughter, who had been banished for her kindness and was released from the soil by his tears. Taras told her of the task. Olena just smiled. "If you promise to marry me, I'll do it."
You will.
"I will.
All right, then, I'll marry you.
Now get some sleep."
Okay.
Olena clapped her hands, and in the blink of an eye, the land snapped and crackled as she cleared the forest, plowed the fields, sowed and reaped the wheat, and put it in barns. In another blink, she threshed the wheat, milled it, and baked a perfect kalach. She woke Taras. Take this to the she-dragon's bedside.
What? Oh, well, I see you've had a very busy night. It doesn't matter. That was just the first task. Now for the second. You must dig a passage for the Dnipro River to flow through this mountain. You must build a storehouse on the banks and fill it with wheat. Then, as merchants sail through, you must sell all the wheat and give me a bag of gold. By sunrise tomorrow.
Even more impossible. Taras walked to the stone pillar and cried, and his tears again released Olena. Crying again, he told her of the second task, but she just smiled. I will do everything. Go to sleep now.
Okay.
Olena got to work. In a heartbeat, she tunneled through the mountain, diverted the river, built a storehouse, and filled it with wheat. As merchants sailed by, she sold the wheat until she had a heavy sack of gold. She woke Taras. Take this to the she-dragon's bedside.
Oh. You think you're so clever. Those were the easy tasks. Now, you must catch the golden hare.
Taras didn't even know what the golden hare was. He walked back to the stone pillar and, oh, you can guess what he did. Oh, now that is a difficult task. I will need your help. We will go to that rock over there. I will go underground and drive the hare from his burrow. When he comes out, you must catch him. Whatever comes from the hole, grab it and don't let it go. Olena begins beating the ground from the inside to drive the hare out. A snake slipped out. Fast breath. Right. Let it go. The snake went back into the hole.
Have you seen anything?
Only a snake, and it tried to bite me.
Oh, no, that was the golden hare. I'll try again. This time, hold on no matter what.
What are you looking for, son?
Oh, hello, old woman. How did you get in there? No, I'm trying to catch the golden hare.
There's no golden hare in there. Only snakes.
Haven't you seen anything?
Only an old woman. And according to her, there are no hares in this hole, only snakes.
What? You were tricked again. That was the golden hare, disguised as an old woman. Now he's gone. There's only one thing we can do now. I'll turn myself into a rabbit, and you can set me on the she-dragon's table. She'll think I'm the golden hare. And with that, she became a golden rabbit. Taras carried her to the dragon's house and plopped her on the table.
There's your golden hare. Now, I'm leaving.
While the she-dragon stood gaping, Taras walked away. The dragon turned to call her husband, but as soon as she turned her back, the hare changed back into the girl and ran after the boy. The she-dragon flew into a rage.
They're gone! Find them!
And her husband, the he-dragon, took off down the road. Taras and Olena ran and ran, and they felt the earth tremble under their feet. He's coming after us. Soon he'll overtake us. So she changed herself into a field of wheat and Taras into an old farm.
Hello there, he-dragon. What can I do you for?
Have you seen a young couple come by here?
Oh, yeah, I believe they passed this way when I was sowing this wheat.
Well, that can't be them. That wheat is ready for harvest.
He thundered home, and he told his wife.
You fool! That was them! Why didn't you tear the farmer to shreds and burn his field? Go back and find them!
Taras and Olena were getting tired. Earth shook as the dragon gained on them. It's him again. I'll change myself into an ancient monastery and you into a monk.
Have you seen a young couple come by here?
Amen.
If you value your life, you will answer truthfully.
It is told that a fine lad and a lovely maid passed this way when the monastery was being built.
That must have been 100 years ago.
162 years
He
ago.
went home and told his wife.
You ignoramus! That was them! You can't do anything right! I'll have to catch them myself!
And with that, she hurled her huge body into the air and flew off. Soaring over the mountains, the she-dragon breathed fire and smoke, her wings beating like thunder. The sky darkened under her shadow. When the young couple heard the sky rumble, Olena put her hand to the ground. The earth was hot.
Now we really are doomed.
She changed herself into a stream and the boy into a perch. But the she-dragon was not fooled.
You think you can escape me?
She turned herself into a pike and began chasing the perch. The perch puffed out his prickly fins so the pike couldn't get close. The dragon, realizing she couldn't grab it, began to drink the stream. She drank and drank, but the stream wouldn't run dry. She drank more and more until finally she burst. Dragon flesh scattered like ashes over the entire earth.
Ой, зайди, зайди ти місяцю на ту пору. Ой, прийди, прийди, милий, на розмову. Дай прийди, прийди, милий, на розмову. Ой, болить, болить, серденько за тобою.
Taras and Olena became human again. Now that we are safe, you must return to your family. But when you greet them, beware not to kiss your uncle's baby daughter. If you do, you will lose all memory of me. I will find work in the village, and once you are settled, you can come and find me. Taras returned home, and his parents wept with joy. His family and friends came to greet him with kisses. Then his uncle came forward with a baby girl.
What will they think if I don't kiss that baby?
And in a moment, he forgot about Olena, their adventures, and his promise of marriage. Olena, who had found work in the village, waited. A year passed, and he did not come. His mind was so empty of her that he decided to marry, and his family arranged a betrothal to a village girl. Everyone was invited to the wedding, including Olena. The night before the wedding, young women gathered to bake a kurovari, the wedding bread. Olena was among them. She fashioned a pair of larks from her dough and placed them carefully on top of the bread. The next day at the wedding, the larks suddenly came to life.
Have you forgotten the forest I cleared for you? And the field of wheat I planted and sowed? And the bread I baked for the she-dragon?
Forgotten.
Have you forgotten the mountains I moved? and the ports I built so the wheat might be sold, have you forgotten the sack of gold?
Forgotten, all forgotten.
The female lark walked to her mate and nestled her head on his shoulder.
Then have you forgotten the golden hair and your promises to me? Have you forgotten me entirely then?
Forgotten.
But somehow, in that moment, the veil lifted from Taras's hide, and he remembered everything. His eyes filled with tears, and when he looked up at the birds, his gaze met that of his beloved Odali.
I remember now. I remember it all. I remember.
Taras's engagement to the village girl was broken, and he and Elena were married. And they lived the rest of their lives in complete happiness. For that's what was meant to be.
Ой, Загір, Загір, вилітав сокіл, а за хутора вилітало два, та й один одного братом називав. Ой, ти, брат сокіл, високо літав, високо літав, що ж ти там видав? Ой, видав я там зелені жита, а в тому житті козака вбито, а вбито його не теперечка, проросла трава крізь реберечка.
Once upon a time, in an era forgotten, the moon was like a calm, blank face, gazing down at us from the night sky. It had no shadows, no spots, no blemishes, a pure white stone shining from the bottom of a dark stream. Beneath this calm and holy moon, 2 brothers were born. Over time, they grew, as brothers do. Their father was a farmer who owned a very fertile plot of land, and the brothers learned to work it alongside their father. They worked it together for years, under moon after pale, bright moon. Their father was a hard-working man and a loving father in his own quiet way. But his heart was weak. And as luck would have it, one hot summer night during the harvest time, he collapsed in the field and died. And alas, he had failed to leave word for how to divide his inheritance, including this very fertile plot of land. One full moon, the brothers are in the field, making haystacks from a field of hay. Their pitchforks make a rhythm in the quiet night. The younger shoots the elder a sidelong glance. He continues his toil. The younger thinks to himself,
What if my brother should claim this land
The younger grumbles deep in his throat.
What is it, brother?
Nothing, brother.
The younger thinks.
What if my brother should claim this land?
He grunts a little louder.
You all right, brother? You catching a cold?
Or just the night air catching in my throat, brother?
Now the younger's mind is catching fire.
Yes, what if he should claim this land, this very fertile land? Why? Just because he's the elder. Elder is not better. Elder is not smarter. Elder is not stronger.
And with that, the younger raises his pitchfork, stabs his brother in the heart, who collapses in the field. And the blood runs out, and more runs out, and sinks deep down into this very fertile land. And once the elder's final cry fades away into the night air, and the wolves' echoing howl falls silent, the younger looks away from the brother at his feet, looks up to the sky, and through what might be tears, he sees spots on the moon. That's how they got there. And of course, they're still there. They'll never go away. Even as mountain trails become cobblestone streets, and mighty hills become municipal parks, and strong rivers become little streams running mostly underground. You can see these spots tonight, where the moon was once white. Forever there are blemishes, or bloodstains, or the shadows of two brothers in a very fertile land.